proud to be developing this community, Bluhawk. It's been many, many years coming, and finally came to this day for this groundbreaking. It's been a great private-public partnership with the city of Overland Park. It is going to create millions of visitors when it is all said and done. This first phase is about 240,000 square feet of the sports arena. Second phase will be totally is going to be about 450,000 when it's said and done. Bluhawk has first phase of the retail. We've got about 180,000 square feet. It's all pretty well leased up. Getting ready to start a new edition of retail, another 60,000 square feet. That will be started this spring, early summer. Our commitment has always been fueled by a true pleasure of building something from the ground up that people will enjoy, and then being available and accessible when your customers need it. This groundbreaking is a legacy to Price Brothers, the stuff that we have built, as well as to the city of Overland Park. As I said, it's a great public-private partnership, and it is, I want to thank everyone from Price Brothers to the city of Overland Park to our community, that everyone that's had a hand on this project and has created a one-of-a-kind, magnificent facility. I won't drag on too long, but I would like to introduce Mayor Kurt Skoog. He was elected mayor in Overland Park in November 21. Before serving, Kurt was elected to the city council in 05, 09, 13, and 17. His focus has been on the implementation of policies, projects that support strong neighborhoods, which are the bedrocks of Overland Park. Mayor Skoog is active in the community, serving on volunteer boards for the Shawnee Mission School District and Kenilworth Homes Association. He is a graduate of the Kansas Chamber of Commerce Leadership Kansas Program, the Greater Kansas City Area Chamber of Commerce Centurions Leadership Program, and the University of Kansas of Business. Professionally, Mayor Skoog is the branch manager for the Institute of Building Technology and Safety. Please welcome your Overland Park Mayor, Kurt Skoog.
Well, first of all, I just want to let out a deep sigh of relief that we're here today. This is an exciting day, and we are breaking ground on what is going to be a key, important amenity for Overland Park, for Johnson County, and the metropolitan region. I want to thank Price Brothers. Price Brothers has been an important development partner of the city for decades. They have lots of key assets and amenities for our city. I want to thank Governor Kelly, Lieutenant Governor Tolan. I want to thank the Kansas legislature. I want to thank the Overland Park governing body. Former Mayor Carl Gerlach is here. He's played an important role in this. And I want to thank city staff. It takes a village. Let me tell you, it takes a village and patience, or somebody else told me tonight, perseverance, to pull together this kind of public-private partnership. Today reminds us that projects can take a long time. We're all ready to, when we approve a project, the community is ready for the next day something to happen, and that doesn't always happen. So I was on the council when the original Bluhawk plan was approved, and I just want to remind people the impact that this project has had in this part of our city. When you came in, if you looked around to see what this has done for this part of the city, first of all, you can see right there, the first new hospital in the Kansas City metropolitan area in 15 years, serving an underserved part of our community and other counties in Kansas. That is a key cornerstone to any community is healthcare. And then you can look at a grocery store, right? We all take grocery stores for granted. But if you don't have a grocery store, if you live in a city and you don't have a grocery store within 15 minutes of your house, that is a challenge. So we can go with that there. We have a public safety center that's built right over here on Antioch. That is a state-of-the-art fire department and police center. They've built housing, different kinds of housing. And without Price Brothers, we would not have this intersection on 69 Highway at 159th Street. Again, these are examples of the city and private development working together for the benefit of the residents of Overland Park and the metropolitan region. I'm excited to throw dirt today. I'm excited to see steel come out of the ground. And I'm excited to take that first shot at the basketball goal with Carl and really drive the visitors and drive the community excitement about this facility. So thank you very much for putting this together.
Mayor, I take you for more of a hockey guy to shoot that first puck.
As long as I don't have to wear skates,
I'll be good. Next, Matt Beasler. He grew up in Johnson County, attended Blue Valley West. He was a 4-year all-conference player. He led Blue Valley West to the Kansas 5A state championship as a senior, scoring 23 goals with 19 assists. Matt played college soccer at the University of Notre Dame, playing in 90 games, 73 starts, scoring 5 goals during his college career. He received an All-American academic, All-American honors as a senior, was named NSCA 2008 Senior College of Men Scholar All-American Player of the Year, and was named to the All-Big East team 3 times. Matt spent the majority of his career in the MLS with Sporting Kansas City from 09 to 20, collecting dozens of accolades. From 13 to 17, Matt represented the United States national team, including the 2014 FIFA World Cup. That's cool. He is married, he still is, right? Married to Amanda Beasler, and the father to the 3 young children. He is currently the Director of Strategic Partners at Chicken and Pickle. Please welcome Matt Beasler.
Yes, I'm still married. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my other Sporting KC teammates who's in the house tonight, Mr. Seth Sinovic. Please raise your hand. Thank you, Seth. Before I get started here, I got to make a quick confession. About 6 years ago, my wife and I were doing some landscaping work around our house, and I've got a pickup truck, and I know this area pretty well, and we drove here one day, and we pulled up our pickup truck, and we took a bunch of rock. I don't know exactly where it was, but there was a big pile, and we only took about 20, but exactly. I figured it wouldn't be a big deal, but I needed to get that off my chest in front of everybody before this building gets built. So here we are. It's already been mentioned, but my name is Matt Beasler, and I'm honored to be here today. Throughout my career as a professional soccer player, I've had the privilege of playing under the lights in front of thousands of people in stadiums all over the world. But there's something special about being here today, something extra special. Because I grew up a couple miles away from here, and I went to high school across the street, if my directions are right. This piece of land and this piece of dirt, this is home for me. And the fact that I'm up here talking about a world-class sports facility coming to my own backyard It's a surreal moment, and one that makes me incredibly proud. I believe Bluhawk Sports Park comes at a vital time. We need youth sports in our world now more than ever. Kids need to be outside, running around, staying active. They need to be encouraged to try new things, socialize, and compete. Right, Seth? Yeah, Seth was an incredible competitor back in the day. We are craving human interaction and connection, and sports is one of the most powerful ways to experience these. Bluhawk Sports Park will provide endless opportunities for kids to develop successful character traits, which will last their entire life. I'm going to say that one more time because it's pretty freaking cool. Bluhawk Sports Park will provide endless opportunities for kids to develop successful character traits that will last their entire life. There's many character traits that I learned through youth sports that I still benefit from today as an adult. I could spend a long time talking about them, but I won't. The self-discipline it takes to practice on your own to become better, the accountability it takes to show up on time, the value of preparation, the importance of trusting your teammates, the joys of success, the humility of defeat, and everything in between. But one specific character trait that I want to bring up that sometimes doesn't always get mentioned is adaptability. And in the sports world, we call that coachability. The impact of playing sports as a kid, especially playing multiple sports, does wonders for this area of development. It teaches different skills, demands, and disciplines. And it exposes kids to different coaching techniques. A football coach is going to coach differently than a soccer coach. And a baseball coach is going to coach differently than a golf coach. What an opportunity for our kids to experience different leadership styles and people. Every coach I've ever had has shaped me in some way, and I feel fortunate to have been molded by such a broad range of people. Another example I love sharing is the benefit of having different roles on each team that we play on. Someone might be the star player, like Seth, on his soccer team, but a bench player on their basketball team. They might be a leader in one sport they play, but a follower and a supporter in a different sport. This is life. You have to be able to adapt. And what a unique and valuable skill for kids to learn through sports. I'm also excited for the impact this will have on our community. When I was younger, I played soccer for an Olympic development program with kids from all over the country. I was the only kid from Kansas. And people would ask me if I practiced in a cow pasture. They were obviously joking and trying to make fun of me, but it wasn't that far off from the truth. And now seeing this facility, its possibilities, it's something that we can all be proud of. And that's something that our city is known for. Taking pride for something that's ours and showing off to our local communities. I know that we're still considered underdogs when it comes to a sports town, and maybe that's the way it will always be. I know I'm okay with that. But the spotlight is starting to shine a little brighter on us. People are starting to figure out Kansas City can compete with the rest of the nation when it comes to our youth sports facilities. And Bluhawk will hopefully play a major role in that. In closing, sports have always been a big part of my life. I fell in love with sports at an early age, and I am still holding on to my obsession, barely. My 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and 18-month-old at home make it a little more challenging these days for that obsession, but I hope that and pray that sports will give them anything close to what sports gave me. And I cannot wait to one day take them to Bluhawk, and things will really come full circle for me. So thank you for having me out, and I will be around to mingle with everybody after this. Thank you.
We are thrilled to announce not only that are we celebrating the groundbreaking of our sports facility, We are also unveiling the name of which it will be known as. When looking to name this facility, we wanted to find a quality partner with a long history and a strong reputation in our community. We also wanted a partner who understands the importance of physical activity, helping people feel whole. We wanted a name everyone would recognize. We didn't have to look too far. In fact, we looked right here at Bluhawk. I'm pleased to announce Johnson County's leading health system, AdventHealth, has secured the naming rights for this outstanding facility and will be known as AdventHealth Sports Park at Bluhawk. Our Price Brothers commitment will continue to be about the people who live, work, and play in the structure as we build. Thank you again for joining us today. I would like to invite Monica, hope I don't mess it up, Nazi, Chief Nursing Officer at AdventHealth South Overland Park, up to the stage.
Thank you, Kent. Thank you for the introduction. And thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. AdventHealth is thrilled to be part of the Bluhawk community and honored to be a part of a world-class athletic facility. At AdventHealth, we believe in providing whole person care, mind, body, and spirit. Partnering with Price Brothers on this project is one way we can do that. We know that there are many benefits that come from physical activity every day, and for both the participants as well as the families cheering them on. We are excited that this complex will provide families the ability to be active year-round, and as a bonus, we can deliver next-door health care at AdventHealth South Overland Park. Working with Price Brothers on this project allows us to extend our reach beyond our hospital walls by promoting our philosophy of helping the communities feel whole. We look forward to the continued growth of Bluhawk and are excited to see the impact this extraordinary facility has on the Johnson County community. Our commitment to continuing our healing mission will go on as we continue to grow the services at Bluhawk to meet the health and wellness needs of our community. Thank you for joining us here today.
All right. Lastly, this person has been a tremendous partner with us, and I want to thank you, David. But this is Lieutenant Governor David Tolan. David is the 52nd Lieutenant Governor of the state of Kansas and also serves as Secretary of the Kansas Department of Commerce. A seventh-generation Kansan, Tolan was appointed Secretary of Commerce by Governor Laura Kelly in January 19 and Lieutenant Governor in January 21. As Secretary of Commerce, Tolan has led Governor Kelly's efforts to transform the state's economic, directing a top-to-bottom overhaul of the Kansas Department of Commerce. His efforts at Commerce have included rebuilding its in-state, domestic, and international business recruitment teams, launching the state's Office of Broadband Development, reestablishing the Kansas Main Street program, revitalizing the state's Registered Apprentice program, designing and implementing the Kansas Framework for Growth Strategic Plan, and shepherding passage of the Apex Mega Project Bill, which gives Kansas one of the most aggressive economic development incentives in the country. Tolan also led Governor Kelly's successful recruitment of the largest private sector investment in Kansas history, the Panasonic Energy's $4 billion electric vehicle plant in DeSoto. These efforts have resulted in back-to-back records breaking years for Kansas economic growth, including in 21, when Kansas had the most private sector investment of any state in the nation on a per capita basis. David has extensive experience in urban and rural economic development, having worked at the local level in both Washington, D.C. and his hometown in Allen County, Kansas. He holds both a bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Kansas. Please welcome me, Lieutenant Governor David Tolan.
Well, Ken, thank you so much. I can't tell you how thrilled I was to pull up and not only see that we've graded the site, but there's steel here. And this has been a long time coming, and we like to, we make some little jokes about how long things take, but projects like this take a long time because they're transformative, because they're catalytic, because if you want to get it right, you need to take that time. You need to have the back and forth. You've got to figure it out together. And so I'm really grateful to be here. I also want to acknowledge Senator Warren, Kelly Warren. Where are you, Senator? There she is, right back there. So we will be in her district in 2 years on this site. And then Representative Sean Tarwater, who's there as well. Sean, so please give them a hand. And I might add, Representative Tarwater is the chair of the House Commerce Committee, which is our partner in working to grow the state as we figure out what are the right tools and how do we keep our state's growth going. I need to really start, though, by thanking Kent and Bart and the entire Price Brothers team. For me as Secretary of Commerce, it's not very often that you get to work with development partners of this caliber, with a 100-year-old company that has an aggressive and bold vision, that takes seriously the iterative process that you've got to have when you're figuring it out in a public-private partnership like this. And so I just want to tell you how personally grateful I am, professionally grateful to have had the opportunity to figure this out with you, and so our entire team is grateful for that. So Kent, Bart, whole team, thank you very much. And, at the city level, being able to work with Mayor Gerlach first, and with Mayor Skoog and Christy Stallings and the team at the City of Overland Park has also been just a joy for us, because this is really hard. This is really hard work when you're talking about star bonds. These are driven at the local level. We have the approval, at the final approval at the state level, but the heavy lifting really gets done at the city. And so we're grateful for that. And then I want to say, Matt Beasler, what wonderful words, and what a tremendous story it is for you to be able to come full circle and to be across the street from where you played high school, and to articulate that vision of, where it was once the reputation was that you're playing in a cow pasture, and now we're going to have a world-class sports complex here. And so thank you very much for all you do for Kansas City. So today we get to break ground on an exciting destination, and it's a facility that's going to provide valuable recreational opportunities to not only drive our economy, but to ensure that we have healthy kids who turn into healthy, productive adults. And so on behalf of Governor Kelly, we want to offer, most importantly, congratulations to this community, to this development team. Bluhawk, AdventHealth Sports Park at Bluhawk, I want to be the first to get the name right, is going to be bringing people to town from around the country. And with them, they will bring their dollars. And they will put heads in beds in our hotels. They will be spending money in our restaurants. They will be shopping in our retail stores. And every one of those dollars is going to turn over again and again and again. And it's going to bring more prosperity to Overland Park, Johnson County, and the state as a whole. Tourism supports 84,000 jobs across Kansas. And with this project, we're going to see a significant bump there. And that is why the state is so proud to partner and to use the Star Bonds program to get catalytic destinations like this built. Star Bonds are administered by the Department of Commerce, but the guy at Commerce who does the heavy lifting is Bob North. Bob, are you here? There he is. So Bob North is our chief counsel, and he deserves a huge round of applause. Bob has seen this project through from the start at Commerce, and 3 or 4 secretaries of Commerce probably in that time. And so thank you for being the oar that keeps us going steady. Last year, Kansas welcomed 33.7 million visitors to our state, and the economic impact of that is about $11 billion. And we need to grow that. Those are big numbers, we're proud of those, but we need to grow it. And the way it gets done is by not just building attractions, but building world-class attractions. The places that will make you say, wow. And that's exactly what Bluhawk is going to do. And that is exactly what we are trying to do at the state level in driving economic development in Kansas. When you look at what's happened with Panasonic and what that project represents for the future of our state, and you should be excited. But it's happening with housing in the state. It's happening with tourism in the state. We are really pushing in every way we can to partner with business to grow this economy and take Kansas from being a state that has seen growth, but fairly tepid over the last decade, and really supercharge that. Having the most private sector investment of any state in the country last year on a per capita basis is a huge deal, but I don't want it to be a blip. We don't want it to be a fluke. And the way that we ensure that it's not a fluke is that we keep pushing. We keep pushing for tourist destinations. We keep pushing for advanced manufacturing. We keep pushing to make sure that our talent pipeline that's coming out of our state's universities and community colleges is top notch. And we keep pushing to change our image as a state so that the whole world knows that we don't play in cow pastures, that we have the absolute best here in Kansas City, here across the state, and that we will settle for nothing but the best. And so Bluhawk represents that, and I'm so grateful on behalf of Governor Kelly to say thank you and congratulations on this world-class attraction. I can't wait to come back and cut the ribbon. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you for coming. Just a couple of items to what to expect going forward. As you see, we have started, the dirt work and the rock excavation. In April, we had the steel here, but it should be going up, and you'll see that up in the air. So by the fall of by 24, we're going to have the building up. And probably the summer of 24, have the building up and working on the interior finishes, and we're looking for this, have the ribbon cutting probably in the fall of 24 for the building. So just expect that, but thank you for all coming, I appreciate it, and have a good day. Thanks.